What's up? It's your boy Kevin to turn on this motherfucking YouTube shit. This is serious. Wow, what the fuck?
Video of the Israeli government holding a private convention here in the United States. One of the people in attendance at this secret meeting was Judith Varney Shorer. She's a former Israeli consul general who was operating out of Atlanta. She was one of the main people saying that the biggest problem that they had was young black people in the United States. But don't worry, they've got some black leaders on the payroll.
The major problem of Israel is with the young generation of the black community. The problem of Israel is with the young generation of the black community. Black is with the young generation of the black community.
This was an Israeli government official who was saying this, not some low-level operative or some rogue member of their diplomatic corps. This was a senior member of their administrative government who was saying this on American soil. Their biggest problem wasn't Hamas or Hezbollah or the Palestinian Authority or Syria or even Iran. She said that Israel's biggest problem was young black people in the United States.
This is a call for 100,000 black men to lead this historic wave of economic empowerment, ensuring the enduring prosperity of black American families by adopting the 3 crucial steps to leading lasting change: separation, organization, and commitment.
In war, gang, rise up, strengthen your bones, get joy back into your soul and spirits, bruh, raising your aura to obtain new level of consciousness and unlock new doors in life. Guys, if you ever want to have a heightened sense of confidence, a heightened sense of personality, attracting certain things in your life, and be able to rise up in ranks in the field, guys, to have a strong aura, you gotta actually be about what you say. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these people, man, they got the money on, they got the looks and the status, but spiritually, they ain't got nothing. You know what I'm saying? And to become a strong person, to be able to heighten your abilities, man, you gotta meditate. Gang, you gotta be able to focus and put in the time to learn new things. You can always work out and run 1,000 steps and bench the highest bars, but if you ain't got no structure, no core from inside of you, mentally, a lot of this stuff, man, you could be the strongest motherfucking person in the world, but you will get beat every time because you don't have the will, the confidence, or the aura, or the strength to pursue or to apprehend what you want in your life. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, bro, you could be so feel like this is yours, that is yours, you deserve it, but your aura don't allow you to get to that certain part in life. Like, I remember when I was at my job and I was working at Walmart, and the manager, the hiring manager, was basically like, when he was talking to me, he was like, "Whoa." He like, I could feel basically how I was coming, and I was wondering what that nigga talking about, cause during that time I was going through a lot of situations, basically training, and I really needed a job. But my aura was, people could feel it through us talking, because I didn't even have to talk. I could just be standing here. They felt how I was coming. You know what I'm saying? And people gotta understand, a lot of people ain't gonna be able to handle your aura, your confidence, your charisma, because a lot of people are so used to like not feeling nothing, going through the world, having a lot of people just go with anything, wishy-washy people. You know what I'm saying? They get away with anything that goes away in a spot. But when they got a real motherfucker with aura, they got a censure and they feel that. And they're like, whoa, I ain't never felt this before. And then when your actions and your words, they are connected to you succeeding, they be like, damn, I see that this person was different. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people can talk good, look good, and don't have nothing to what they saying that they accomplish or have. You know what I'm saying? You would think these people would be like the most strongest people, auras out people, the most spectacle type of motherfuckers out here. But in actuality, a lot of this stuff is paid for. Fake publicity, fake views, fake subscribers. You know what I'm saying? Fake people who want to support them to just fuck with them because they got money on. You know what I'm saying? A lot of this shit be bought. You get what I'm saying? And when you living in a world where your aura speaks louder than your words, people know you about that life. You get what I'm saying? People don't have to be like, if I do this to that nigga, will he do this to that nigga? Most definitely, because a lot of people, man, will come into your aura and they'll get dazed. They'll get lost in time. They'll go to sleep. They'll even get knocked out. They'll start throwing up and passing out. because your aura, it speaks so loudly. And people won't be able to comprehend what's going on at that time. You know what I'm saying? You can't stay in the crib 24/7 laying around eating potato chips and playing video games and think that your aura gonna be strong. Crip, you can learn new things and meditate. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the best way to get aura. But after a while, you gotta experience life. You know what I'm saying? You can't be trapped up in the house all day. Don't experience life. Don't know what is. Scared to leave outside and think that you're gonna be a strong person as you are. A person who put 50% in life and 50% into spirituality, and then transform their life into spirituality. You can't just be 100% spirituality but ain't never experienced life. Because how can you be spiritual if you ain't never been able to experience the outside, the woods, animals, crazy situation where you gotta get gangster, fights, shootings, you know what I'm saying? Crazy shit. You gotta be able to experience life to even achieve a spiritual balance. Even when you are spiritually called by Yahweh. Because Samson, he was spiritually called as a little kid to be a servant of God. His aura was on 10. And growing up, he had to go against lions, fucking bears, and all types of goofy shit. You know what I'm saying? He had to live lives, get married, go this and that, just for his life to evolve into a spiritual, so his spiritual powers can be unlocked. A lot of that stuff in his life wouldn't have been unlocked if it wasn't for him living life. You know what I'm saying? Your spiritually is in you. You know what I'm saying? God, Yahweh in heaven can give you the spiritual powers and unlock it. Animals can actually give you spiritual powers. Anything in this world can give you spiritual help. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like if you ever watch Dragon Ball Z, and he be like, "Spirit bomb, Earth, give me life." You know what I'm saying? And everybody, the people, the animals, the people, the Earth, you know what I'm saying, give the spirit ball enough energy. Well, that's like what your body is naturally doing every day. When you become to know your aura, you can allow different type of energies to come in and out of your body. You can start noticing the difference in what makes you happy and mad. Is that your thought? Is that your feeling? Is that the reason you feeling like that? Is you tired because your own reason you're tired, or is it because other people's energy is coming into your aura? You know what I'm saying? Is that my dream, or is somebody else? They thinking so much and perceiving so much onto my life that they dream is coming into my dream. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta always think about, once you start accessing your aura and strengthening it, you can understand certain things, because we all naturally, like I said, we all naturally are receivers. You know what I'm saying? So the electricity always comes to us, because the electricity is always, because we got the electricity going through in and out of our body, and we're natural receivers. You know what I'm saying? We can put out energy. We can take energy and put out energy. But that, you gotta do all that once you control your aura. You know what I'm saying? So we naturally are receivers. Crip. So once you start unlocking and expanding your aura, you can actually be able to control your aura. It probably a lot of people as a kid who had really strong auras and wonder why animals and people gravitate to them so much. And it wasn't paid off, and it wasn't fake. It wasn't because you was rich, or you had a lot of materialistic stuff that they wanted, or you wasn't super famous, and that's the reason they was beside you, because you had a lit life. A lot of people, man, you gotta understand what's the difference between aura and celebrity status. I feel like a lot of these celebrities got aura. I I ain't saying necessarily they don't have aura and power, but I don't think it's the same as far as, let's say like a LeBron James or a Stephen Curry. Naturally, let's take away the fame and the basketball, but they got everything else. But let's take away the money and the fame, and they got everything else. They can still play basketball, but they're just not as lit as they are. Would they still be getting the same amount of attention if they didn't have a lot of the materialistic shit in the world? That's what people don't understand. You know what I'm saying? People sometimes be like, oh my goodness, it's a celebrity, it's a superstar. Oh my goodness, this is lit. It's because it's the expectation that you brought upon yourself. Your endorphins and the stuff that make you get high in your brain, your dopamine is already expanding and releasing. So your mind is already telling yourself to get lit off the dopamine and the endorphins in the back of your brain, your head, to make you feel a high type of sensation. That's not necessarily aura. Aura is when you don't know who the fuck that person is. You don't know who the fuck that person is. This could be your first time ever seeing this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And you go up to this nigga and you just talk to him. Or it's like a random day you bump into a person, and you just randomly bump into this person, and you just feel like some type of and you're like, damn, what's that? And you're just like, okay, but then you start to get another nigga and you start feeling it, but then it started disappearing. But every now and then you start, because people got aura, but like, when it's somebody's celebrity, you already got that expectation built in your mind of, I'm okay, when I see this person, I'm gonna act like this, and I'm already feeling like this. It's not. I feel like it's already, the dopamine is already in your head to make you feel like they got aura. But aura, anybody can get aura. You know what I'm saying? And it takes time over confidence and strengthening your bones. You know what I'm saying? You can't, like I tell people, man, a reason a lot of people who make it far in life, who are really not good people, make it far in life because they never gave up. You know what I'm saying? When you are on a righteous path, yes, there's going to be a lot of doors closing, but you can't give up. You know what I'm saying? Because when you involve your aura, you know what I'm saying? And I do feel like auras do got color to them. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like chakra. You know, they got water, fire, air, wind, lightning. I feel like aura do got color to it depending on the person. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like animals got aura. I feel like everything in the world got aura. You know what I'm saying? But it's our own type of aura that between each other. And I do feel like certain people do got a different type of aura that's significantly different from everybody else. It's like finding a rare shiny, or ultra rare galactic shiny or some shit in Pokemon. You know what I'm saying? Yu-Gi-Oh! Or some type. It's like when you find a legendary card like a Mewtwo. You feel me or some shit? You feel me? And its aura is legendary. It's rare. It can't be found. I do feel like people do got that. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like a lot of people in the Bible had that aura that a lot of them people, man, found out until it's too late. That a lot of reasons we go through what we go through is to make us strong. And in this war, we're going to need aura and strength and resistance and endurance. And you know what I'm saying? Keep pushing, keep moving, and get stronger. Hood and outside. Big crip in the game, outside shit.
Hey, Dad, you know, dog, when we link up, dog, this shit be legendary. You know this instrumental, you the engineer on it, so Kodak everywhere.